Before Godzilla 2014 was released, there was a 2012 screenplay that was submitted for revisions, and eventually this was leaked online, so you can check out all the details if you just literally look up Godzilla 2012 screenplay. But serving as a basis for the final movie's version story, it shares many similarities from the plot to the characters. And a really interesting change in my opinion was with the monsters called Mewtoes that Godzilla fights. Because in the 2012 screenplay, the male Mewtwo is the one with wings, kind of like in the final version, which comes after developing in a chrysalis. So pretty much he fights Godzilla, loses the Godzilla, goes into a chrysalis, then emerges, now with wings. But he also has interesting electrical abilities. Now these electrical abilities deviate from the final version as they're more similar to lightning shooting across skies instead of like shock waves on the ground. And a side effect of this ability is that it creates kind of Aurora Lights. So almost similar in a way to what they're saying kind of Mothra can do for Godzilla King of the Monsters. And the female Mewtwo in this screenplay can create a special electromagnetic field around herself. It's not really special, but they just say electromagnetic field, which prevents Godzilla for whatever reason from using his atomic breath. They did give her some sort of ability similar to this. It's kind of obvious they didn't make this whole thing into the final version, considering Godzilla infamously kills her with what we call the kiss of death. So this brings me to our favorite three-headed titan, Monster Zero, aka King Ghidorah, because from the Monarch Sciences website, we know Ghidorah has abilities strongly tied to electrical fields. And in the trailer even, we see that he's overloading various computer devices, along with bursts of golden lightning shooting all around. And he also has the natural ability, according to the Monarch Sciences website, to conduct electrical currents throughout his body, which allow him to create storms and lightning and all that other stuff. So this would actually require Ghidorah to produce an electromagnetic field naturally around his body, giving him a potentially unique advantage against Godzilla if we take certain things from the screenplay. With a similar writing team between the two movies, I think it's kind of likely that some ideas would be recycled from the screenplay draft to the final version, and if not into the final version, maybe the sequel. An example of an idea recycled from this draft into the upcoming 2019 sequel is actually Millie Bobby Brown's character, because in the original draft, the character that eventually ended up being played by Elizabeth Olsen, instead of being Brody's wife, was originally supposed to be Brody's 13-year-old sister. If that doesn't sound similar, Millie Bobby Brown is playing a 14-year-old girl in this upcoming film. So I think it's kind of interesting that, alright, they didn't go with one of the main characters being a 13, 14-year-old girl in the first movie, so instead they recycled that into the next movie. So I would like to think that's an idea recycled. Maybe I'm wrong, who knows? So if they recycled that and actually decide to also recycle the female Mewtwo's unused ability to someone like Ghidorah, which it would make sense for because of how they explain Ghidorah's powers, it would make a really interesting reason for Godzilla having a harder time than, on top of the obvious, for defeating him. I mean, if true, we may have gotten a few hints of this already, because in the cave art shown in Kong Skull Island, I thought it was really interesting that Ghidorah is using electrical blast towards Godzilla, yet Godzilla is not shown using his atomic breath towards King Ghidorah, which you would think they might want to show, but it doesn't at all. And maybe a reason for this is because Ghidorah simply nullifies Godzilla's ability to use his atomic breath. However, this could be totally wrong. I have no idea. Maybe I'm looking too much into it. Let me know down below what you guys think about this, but whether this ability is used or not, it's clear Ghidorah will be a true test for Godzilla one way or another, so I'm definitely excited to see the movie, and I'm excited to see hopefully more clear shots of Ghidorah as we go on. But comment below your guys' thoughts, and we'll see you guys later.